It's not just you. The energy shifted around the world. I expected us to have this, great moment, probably like a lot of y'all, where we get this knowledge and we're able to move forward together to create a better future. I think what really shifted that energy, and not just myself, a lot of people, because after 2020, this huge battle internally happened between a lot of people. And I really believe that right now, as the earth shifts, a lot of people are saying they're feeling that this great change is coming. They feel that this event is coming and they can't connect with people. Like, a lot of people say they lost their spark after 2020 and they still can't find it. This was a siphoning of energy that happened to us worldwide. And now, at the current moment, right now we're in, we're struggling to put the pieces back together in a time where the enemy, in whatever shape or form that may be for you, is almost like trying to isolate you so that you can't peak to that level, that you start to gravitate towards the places you need to be in your life. I've been a part of this process, having this feeling that if I don't do what I'm supposed to do, that why did I even come here? Like, I don't want to waste my time. So many people passed away. And I just feel that as long as we're alive, we have this great mission to make great change. And I know everybody doesn't feel like that, but the ones that do, you're here with me right now. You're listening to me and you're feeling that this great shift coming is either going to be very terrible or it's going to be something that changes us all. But how can we go into this and make this better instead of thinking our way? Because if we go into these dark times, the earth shift, the energy shift, you can see things changing all around us, animals, birds, bees, people. And as all this stuff starts to change, I step into the greater situation for all of us and think, once this change happens, are we going to go into the darkest versions of ourselves? Or are we going to allow ourselves to come together and not be held back by this culture of isolation, this culture of anger, this culture of selfishness? Because at large, people in certain countries not experiencing this, but in America, it's definitely happening. And there's so many people who are in battles with family, who's in battles with maybe even coworkers, maybe even closest people to you. As the world shifts, we can be fed upon by forces that are a part of chaos. And chaos, when the energy shifts, is a control mechanism that is being used every 80-year cycle. And what I mean by 80-year cycle, this is one of the reasons the energy shifted around us, because every 80 years, if you look up something called the fourth turning, World War I, World War II, World War III, it was the same scenario. People started to get more aware. There was some event that happened major that shifted how we felt about everything at large, our entire society. And then there was a tipping point. In that tipping point, we're at it. It's here. And From everything that I've researched and looked into, and some of you don't even know anything about me, but that's totally fine. Been on YouTube for 7+ years doing a lot of work for the people. And the timeline after the 80-year cycle. Let's talk about that, because as we approach the timeline, you can either try your best to hide away, or you can acknowledge the fact that things have shifted. People are different. I don't know if I can trust these people. I don't know if this is the reality I want to live in. That's all the questions I hear all the time from everybody, including myself. And you can ask the question, okay, so what is the bigger purpose here? And why do I not have the certain things that I need to have in these moments? Sometimes we cut off the certain connections by cutting ourselves off to just the reality to be in a greater cause, not just about ourselves. The selfishness has to stop. And if we heighten our own discernment, we can trust that we can see through certain people when they're trying to manipulate us. I was in Hurricane Katrina, and when I went through that, we had people who were supposed to be like family to us who drove right past us while we're in the middle of a devastated road, houses in the middle of the street, no power at all, a car underwater right after the storm, and we're yelling, hey, 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 hey. And next thing you know, I'm not trying to be too loud because I got people over here. But next thing you know, they drive right past us, and we were like kind of close to the road. And this is supposed to be like a godmom of one of my little nieces, and just abandon all of us. So that personality will always be something that you got to watch for. But that's not the fear of why society can't progress together as energy shifts around us, as a spiritual shift happens. That's not the real final destination of our situation. It's the everyday process. I'm about to say everyday, the everyday process. But the everyday process that we need to get through, let me stop playing, is something that right now we need to start building on in our homes, in our communities. I remember I could talk to every freaking neighbor early on in Mississippi. We knew all of our neighbors, talked to everybody. And that's missing, especially in big cities and, countryside areas. You can still find that. But the big thing that I'm saying here is that if we fight each other when the energy shift happens, the ultimate soul journey is not going to be the process that you're following. Some people may have come here for chaos, but I don't believe everybody here watching this video is here for that. We believe in so many more values for society, and we're not attached to it, but we just know we hold roles that we were given that is much larger than the little things that we go through. And if we can take those moments that small things happens to us and then start to build ourselves up and start to respect the fact that we are where we are, and we know that we have value within ourselves and we deserve more, we deserve better, we can bring better things to come. It's going to be really highly involved with each individual. And I say this, I feel like there was some energy siphoning that happened a couple of years back, and a lot of creativity energy was taken out of people. And I would like to see an energetic reading of the Schumann resonance during the time when we were pretty much not able to go to the stores we wanted to go to. We couldn't go in certain places without having certain things on, if you know what I'm talking about. I feel that there was a major shift that was pre-gamed for the scenario that we're going into right now. And that's because I've seen multiple people in different age groups say that they all feel like they lost that spark or they lost something. And so now when we hit the 80-year cycle, after the traumatization, it's harder for people to reconnect again. I've met grown people, like literally, who have these nice boats, houses, and they say, I don't even really go out anymore that much. And it's like, really? Because there's a lot more to life than just staying in. And I could be guilty of that too. But especially when you move away from family and stuff like that. But it's still no excuse. It's no excuse. So the spiritual realm, the chaos energy, the shadow network of beings working together to keep us down are only celebrating if we allow this process to happen. And the future generations are hanging in the balance, and they really don't have much say if we don't fight the true spiritual battle within. And I'm not perfect. I've been fighting the spiritual battle myself. I've been reinventing things that I know will help recreate a better version of myself. I just hope you do the same thing, because nothing's like just watching a society crumble when you know we all have so much more potential, when you know we have so much more knowledge, and we can create so much. Right now, your thoughts are creating the future. So don't be so negative about everything. You know, and I understand that, may not have all the positive reinforcement you need around you, but you got that here. We want to bring that back to America, bring that back to the world, bring that real connection back. I believe these are times where people are going to greatly connect again and greatly fall apart. And we get to choose the destiny. We get to choose the path. And that choice can determine where we all go next. Stick around. I'm really loving all you being here. I like to see your comments in the comment section. I'll be reading all of them and commenting back to you, seeing where you're at, how you're doing, what's going on. Don't forget, right here, more videos that you should check out. I'll be posting videos more often. Stay with me.